Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are doing a very exciting reading vlog and we're going to be reading anticipated new releases. So I have a few on my radar. The first book for this reading vlog is actually my most anticipated release, probably of the year, and it is Fever Dream by Elsie Silver. But the problem is I don't own it, but it was released 2 days ago, so let's go to the bookstore and let's go buy Fever Dream. I did not know the Works was doing their own special cover. Oh, I'm tempted. Okay, I think I prefer this cover. Okay, so I've actually already started Fever Dream. I started it on the Kindle app on my phone when I was out earlier, so... Okay, I'm on to chapter 13. So I'm exactly 100 pages in so far, so that's about 20-ish. Well, according to Kindle, it's 24% of the way through. I'm really enjoying this so far. So we've got Emmett, who is Theo's, from Chestnut Springs, like rival in the bull riding world, and then we've got Theo's sister Julia. So Emmett is taking part in this reality TV show, like a dating show called Romance Ranch, and Julia is someone who works for the TV company and who is working on the show itself. Something happened 2 years ago, in which neither of them have really ever told anyone, and it isn't anything good that happened. Emmett was good, but the situation itself was not a good situation. Yeah, neither one of them have like told other people about what happened. Julia obviously has a lot of preconceptions about Emmett because obviously it's Theo's rival. He shit talks Theo all the time, and Theo is like the golden boy of the bull riding world, whereas Emmett is a little bit more the bad boy, the womanizer. So she hasn't got a good impression of him. As she's working on the TV show with him, as they're setting it up, as they're starting, she's realizing, people who are close to him are like describing him differently, and the way he's putting himself across here, he just doesn't seem like what I thought. And she's kind of kind of thinking to herself, okay, who really is Emmett? Is this persona that he puts across really who he is? So it's fun so far, I have to say. Okay, I am currently on chapter 19. I'm 170-ish pages in, and we're just getting little crumbs. It's really cute, the crumbs that we're getting, because he is fully crushing on her and she's crushing on him, but for her at the moment it seems to be more that she's very intrigued by him and is wanting to get to know him more because she's liking what she's seeing, and she's realizing what she's seeing is very different to what he's been previously portraying and the kind of person who she previously thought he was. And he's kind of showing her very slowly that that's not who he is. And I'm just loving Emmett. Quite honestly, I'm loving him. He is just a secret softie. He's so cute. He loves his family. He loves his grandparents, and like his grandma especially. Like, he's so soft and affectionate for her. Like, he's not embarrassed to be loved on by his family. Like, it's just so cute. Yeah, so far I'm just thoroughly enjoying. Again, Elsie Silver, she just knows how to write a good romance. It's feeling, weirdly enough, this is probably feeling a little bit more like her first series, the Off to the Races. No, Gold Rush Ranch series, Off to the Races is the first one. Yeah, this is feeling a little bit like the third book, which I've forgotten what it's called off the top of my head. Why have they already put Chestnut Springs and Rose Hill on here? The Front Runner, that's the third one, because in that book Stefan is seen as like the bad guy, or just like the rival of someone. He's our misunderstood character. Character-wise, they are very different. Like, Stefan and Emmett are very different, but it's the fact that they're both like the misunderstood like villain character. And then Mira and Julia, again, are very different, but the reasons for them not, like, them feeling like they shouldn't like this person are kind of similar. Like, it's a loyalty to her brother, whereas like with Mira it was a loyalty to like the ranch that she worked for and her friends. So it feels very similar. So it's feeling a little bit more like the Gold Rush Ranch series, which I did really love. Chestnut Springs will always be my favourite. There was just some specific magic in that series, but And obviously just mentions of Theo just makes me so happy. But yeah, this is feeling more like her first series in terms of vibes. I can feel my eyes just slowly getting drier and drier. And more tired as I'm reading. I might finish this chapter and then go to sleep because I'm struggling. You probably can't hear it, but it is raining outside currently, quite heavily. So it's a nice little ambient backdrop to reading. I love reading when it's raining. It's just such a vibe. Anyway, I'm at the end of the chapter. I'm on chapter 22, 207 pages in to Fever Dream, and I'm going to go to bed because my eyes are struggling to stay awake. I thought I was filming that whole time and I wasn't. Okay, update 2.0 because I've already given one. Okay, I've just realised I am just under 100 pages read today. So I'm going to read one more chapter, which is like 10 pages, and then I'm going to go to bed. So I've read over 100 pages today, but I haven't read much because I've been out most of the day. Went to the gym first thing this morning, came home, had to have a body shower, couldn't wash my hair because I was getting my hair done later. Then I had to take my gels off because they were really growing out, and it takes a long time to do it yourself. So I haven't actually done anything. I've literally just put clear biab on and then top coat and left it at that. And then I had to go out again and get my hair done. And then I had to come back and cook a full last chicken. So, and that just was very stressful for me. I had housework to do while I was cooking. So I've had barely any time to sit down and relax today, and therefore barely any time to read. But I'm nearly at 100 pages for today. And so far, I'm very much enjoying. I can't remember what I've just said. I have just been on TikTok for about half an hour. I could have done a whole 30 more pages, but I literally, listen. My TikTok is immaculate at the moment. It's still Heated Rivalry. And then we've got BTS's like tour clips. And we've also got Off Campus. And I got very distracted by an Off Campus clip. Well, no, it was an interview clip. But I got very distracted by Belmont's smile. Because every time that man smiles, an angel is born. It is one of the most beautiful smiles I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And I say one of because, let's be real, Park Jimin exists and his smile literally lights up the world. Like if the sun were to go tomorrow, as long as Jimin smiles, we will be fine, you know? But Belmont, my God, every time that man smiles, I get giddy. It's a visceral reaction. Like I wasn't sure about the casting when I first saw it. I won't lie, like they just weren't as I really imagined them. Not that I can imagine them, I don't see things when I imagine, like it's just black space in there. But watching episode 1 to 4 was just me slowly falling in love with Garrett. Well, I loved Garrett, but falling in love with the actor. Because like I say, every time he smiles, oh my God, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And then episode 5 to 8 onwards, I was just kind of like, onwards, it's only 8 episodes. Episode 5 to 8, I was like, I'm a bit of a Dean girl anyway. I love Garrett and I love Dean. I can't really choose between them, to be honest. But episode 5 to 8, I was fully a Dean girl. I switched sides so quick. Because like, he is just, there is something about that man. There is something about that man. Take me to Paris, I'll have Garrett and Dean at the same time. Or I'll have Dean and Ali at the same time. To be honest with you, I will take it either way. Make it a foursome. In fact, actually, that's just the most ideal way to do it. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here for Fever Dream. And I can't remember what I've already said. We are kind of at a point now where Emmett's feeling like his reasons for doing the show don't feel good enough. Even though they really are, he's starting to regret it. Because him doing the show, even if they waited out the end of filming, he still couldn't be with Julia because in his contract he is not allowed to publicly date until after the show airs, which is a year away. So it's really tough, and the things they're making him do, and it's just like, it's so reality TV. Like you just know that everything that's happening is what happens on these shows like Love Island, where it's just like, oh, you're told this, go for this person, or like whatever. Like it's so fake, which all reality TV is fake, you know? But I just feel so bad for him. He's so clearly uncomfortable and he's doing it for his family and he feels like trapped, and I just feel really bad for him. And then Julia's like, doesn't know if she's coming or going because she understands his reasons for doing it, and she still thinks that he should do it for those reasons. We've kind of hit the pivotal point now. I've got like just over 100 pages left, about 120-ish. We've hit a pivotal point where something's got to give, and yeah, I'm excited to see it out. I'm finished. I think, okay, I have a lot of thoughts. I think I'm going to rate this a 4 stars overall. Thoroughly enjoyed the story. It was juicy. There were some cringy moments, but like deliberately cringe, because you were feeling how awkward Emmett felt throughout the filming, and him putting himself into such an uncomfortable position, something that really was out of his comfort zone, but he felt like he needed to do for his family. My one qualm with this, and I have to say, this is one of her least spicy books, I have to say. And I don't mind that. I'm not saying it has to be more spicy. I'm just pointing it out as an observation. This had less spice than most other Elsie Silver books. And it was slightly more in some ways of a slow burn. Not really, but like they had this dislike to love, or like a mistrust almost on his end. He didn't really trust her, or like know where he stood with her really. And she was like, well, my brother says he's awful, and I have a great relationship with my brother and I trust his word, so he must be awful. So like she just had this preconception of him because of Theo. So it was like a weird dynamic at first. Like they had a draw to each other, but they had reasons to not like each other or not trust each other, that kind of thing. But I like the romance. The only thing is, do I think this couple is going to be together in 20 years' time? No. My main reason for that being, he wants to retire and take over his grandparents' ranch in Emerald Lake in Canada. She wants to be a Hollywood director. Hollywood is in LA, is in America. That doesn't feel like it would work out long term. Like, how would that work? Either she doesn't achieve her dreams, or they have to be long distance for the majority of their relationship. Like, that just doesn't, something doesn't add up. Something, I don't know. But I did really enjoy it. But it's not my favourite. So yeah, I'm rating it 4 stars. I just wish I could see a future where they would actually work together. I have 2 more books I want to read in this vlog. We have that's the first one. We have Rights of the Starling, and we have Fury Bound. I have not decided. I am so equally excited for both of those books. You have no idea, but I cannot choose between them because I'm equally excited for both, and I can't decide between them. I think what I'm going to do is I'm taking a break from this vlog. I need to read a quick book, like a summary romance, for my book club on Sunday. So I'm gonna do that in between. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna try and look up a few TikToks that's recaps for Diabound and for Shield of Sparrows, because there'll be things I've forgotten, but I don't want to have to reread them because I feel like I don't need to, but I just want to give myself a little bit of a recap. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break from this vlog for one book, and then I will get back to you when I've decided whether it's going to be Rights of the Starling first or Fury Bound. Okay, we're back with the reading vlog, and we're going to read Fury Bound next. I am so excited for this book. Just remember though, I am going to find a TikTok that is a recap of Diabound, just to make sure that I remember everything so that I get a better experience out of reading this. But I don't feel like I need to reread it. I feel like I've read it like close enough to reading this that I don't need to reread it yet, but I will have forgotten things. So first of all, we'll take the dust jacket off. Oh, that filing, stunning. Okay, let's go downstairs, let's get cozy, let's get started. That was really cringe again, oh my god. interesting. We're starting off exactly where we left off in the exact same scene. So it feels like we haven't like come away, if that makes sense. Oh my god, that ending of chapter 1 even. I'm already obsessed. I fear this might be very... I actually have my book club and I need to leave in about 10 minutes. I'm going to take this with me to read on the bus. Oh my god, this is going to be so good. I can just tell already based on that first chapter. I'm on chapter 19, 193 pages in, and shit has really hit the fan in multiple ways over the last couple of chapters. I was just doing my nails, so I was listening to the audiobook because it is duet narration, thank god. Yeah, a lot is happening, but I don't have anything. Obviously, hang on. I feel like I don't know what to say about this book yet because this is the third day of me reading it so far. Yesterday I read just about 100 pages, but I read it so sporadically that I feel like I've no idea what to talk about, what I feel about things. I think I need to just sit and really binge a lot of this today to like know how I feel. Because a lot has happened in 200 pages, but I can't tell you any of it because also like it's spoilers because it's the second book in the series. So I don't know, basically. I am loving Stark, but the fact this man is like this woman, I long for her. But she messy as fuck, so that's keeping me in line because he's like genuinely so turned off by the fact that she's a messy person. And it's not that she's dirty, it's just she has clothes everywhere, she has books everywhere. As she should. This girl has never had possessions in her life. Let her just have her things out, okay? Leave her alone. This girl grew up in the slums, fighting to make money for her mum and sister. Okay, let her see her things. It's not that deep. Anyway. Okay, one thing I will say though, I love how Mirren and Anassa's relationship is a lot better now. They're actually communicating. No one's hiding anything from anyone. They're working really well as a team. So I'm enjoying that growth of that relationship. Okay, the sun keeps coming in and out, okay? So the lighting is going to change in this. Anyway, let's just sit and read a bunch of this for a few hours and see how we get on. Every time Stark calls Mirren my queen, I get butterflies. I love it. I love it. Okay, we might have to make this reading vlog one book longer because light builders just come. Look at how stunning them edges are. Oh my god. Okay. Look at the end pages. That is beautiful. And it says light burns brightest after the dark. Okay, I might have to also add this to this reading vlog and we'll read 4 books, 3 fantasies. Jesus, that's a lot. It says you're still so beautiful when you lie. I might have to read this one straight after Fury Bound because the way Metal Slinger ended, that cliffhanger, that twist, my god, I did not see any of it coming. And like, I've seen people say that there was foreshadowing for the twist. I haven't reread Metal Slinger, so I didn't see anything myself, but I have been very patiently awaiting this book, so I think we'll have to add this to the reading vlog. He didn't even say anything sexy, but something about Stark is just, he gets to me, okay? I love this man. Stop, they're cuddling. Stop. The fact that he sometimes calls her princess as well. Oh no. Probably not the best way for people to find out. Not gonna lie, that's not ideal. My flabbers have been gusted. Here's me listening to the audiobook while I saw my lunch. What a big reveal! What is happening? I've also just had a notification saying, thank you for your interest in Diabound. It's now available again. I'm like, what do you mean? I have 2 versions of Diabound from Waterstones, both Waterstones exclusives with different spread edges. And it is a hardback. And it's the same edges But that's different. I'm not getting a third. But it's interesting, they rarely bring back like exclusives like that. I can't believe that happened and I wasn't filming. What does this mean though? And like, okay, so what's happening right now is they're like, bear in mind, okay, one of the things that like pissed me off earlier was Sigrid being really rude to Meryn, being like, you don't know war. Clearly you don't either, bitch. Why has this war been going on for 500 years? Clearly you're doing something wrong. Maybe listen to the new girl. Because your tactics aren't fucking working. Okay, a war should not last 5 fucking centuries. So that also makes me feel a bit like, are they wanting this war? Like, is it deliberate? Like, is there something that both sides are somehow getting out of it and it's all very corrupt? So that's like, in my mind, that's what I first thought when I found out the war was 500 years long. Anyway, in that entire time, there's never been one ceasefire until now. And I don't trust it. And they're like, we want to find this person. I'm like, do you not know what we know? Am I missing something? We know where this person is. So how do you not? Because you're saying that you're working for this person, but then the math ain't mathing. Things aren't adding up and making the numbers they're meant to. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Am I dumb? Anyway, I'm going to continue to listen to this while I have my lunch. And we'll see if I find out anything more. Okay, I only ended up listening to 2 chapters. And I stopped because we got to a part where I just wanted us to read this together. I'm on chapter 27, we're in Stark's point of view. And at the end of the last chapter, Meryn has said, I need to hurt something. And he has said, I can help with that. And previously, he has told her, instead of hurting herself, to hurt him. So I've stopped. I've had my lunch. I've tried to find a Father's Day gift for my dad. Struggled. We're back. So I've waited so we can read this together because I needed my camera charge. Anyway, let's do this. Oh, I love those 2 words. Fuck it. I'm so excited right now. I love that. This man is fully admitting the fact that she is in control. Like, that he is, like, on his knees for her. I love it. Okay, so that confusion I had before, I'd forgotten which king they were referring to. And the last couple letters are the same of a different person, so I got myself confused. Turns out they are after a common enemy and it's not one and the same person. Like I thought they were. So that makes me trust them a tiny bit more. But I don't know. There's been a war going on for 500 years. Why? Stop this man's mouth. I swear to God. I honestly love Meryn. She's so understanding about how Stark feels and why. It's the fact she said, I will give you time, but it won't be forever. She's like, I will give you time, and if you can reconcile this within yourself and we could be something great together, then great. But also, if you can't, then I'm not going to wait around for you forever because I deserve better than that. It's like you deserve better than that, let's be together. But also, I deserve better than to have to wait around for someone who won't put in the work to make it work. Like, oh, I just love her. I just don't like any of this. I don't trust this. I don't like that that's his condition. I don't like that at all. Like, hello? Meryn is meant to be with Stark. Not this dude. Fuck off. The way the narrator said that, and the way she was just like, she said that so well. She sounded so giddy and just like, this hot dude wants to do this to me in a slightly kinky way. You know what? Fuck it. She made it sound so giddy. It was, yeah, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go dry my hair and then we're gonna lock in and get the last of this read. I have about that much left. I'm on chapter 50. The plan was not to just sit and read this all day. It's just that's what's happened because I have not wanted to actually put this down. I've had such a good time reading this. I swear to God, she dies. He's gonna. I know what he's gonna do. I can't with the visual. I just think that would look so weird. Of him standing, walking, while thrusting. I'm sorry, that visual's too funny. This is not hot at the minute. It started out great, but I'm sorry, it's ruined it. Unless he's not deliberately. Maybe it's just she's being jostled by him walking. I don't know, but it sounds as if he's doing something as well. I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust this person. I just had a feeling that, I don't know, there was something that was really dodgy about this going forward, and I was like, I don't trust them right now. I've trusted them up until now. Oh, in the crotch. Oh, he deserves it. Let's be real. I've got like 10 pages left. Realistically, something is about to go wrong in those 10 pages. And I'm scared. Oh my god. No pun intended. What the fuck? This is gonna be so messy in the next one. What's the next one called? Ruin Bound. Do we have a synopsis yet? Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I think it hasn't got the 5-star feeling though, which the first one gave me that 5-star feeling. This one doesn't quite. 4%. Okay, we're fine. This is like, I'm going to give it a 4.5 because I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I have just sat and enjoyed reading this all day. Like I said, I started today on 150 pages and this was 584 pages. So I've read, I can't do maths, it's like nearly 10 o'clock. I've read 434 pages today. Yeah, this was so good. I was entertained the whole time. It was so action-packed but so well-paced. We had a good mix of downtime and action time and learning new things and world expansion and world building. Like, this book was just so good. The only reason it's not a 5 stars is because 5 stars is a feeling and I don't quite have that feeling and I don't know why. All I'm going to say is, why is it always the men? Why is it always the men? Okay, we started with Xaden and then Kingfisher in Brimstone and now Stark. And people who have read all 3 series will understand what I mean when I say, why is it always the men? I'm gonna go to bed, and tomorrow morning, if I can be bothered to wake up early before work, we might start Light Wielder first thing in the morning. Otherwise, we're gonna finish it. No, otherwise we're gonna start it at some point tomorrow. It's 5 a.m. Let's start Light Wielder. Okay, I've watched a recap, so I kind of remember what happens. So let's just get into it. Four years. There's a 4-year time jump between Metal Slinger and Light Wielder. Are you kidding me? I'm on the first page. The last 4 years have felt endless. I already feel like this book is going to physically hurt me. I honestly just don't see how he can ever forgive her. And I also just don't see how anything that's changed over the last 4 years. Like, I don't know how they would ever be able to reconcile that in, like, the romance. Like, I genuinely don't see a viable way for them to be together now. The trust is completely gone. And we've only been in Aka's point of view for so far. Is it Aka or Aka? I don't know, but it's a stupid name. Oh, I've only read the first 2 chapters. The next chapter is in Joe's point of view. I don't know. I really don't know. And then the fact that something went ahead, I'm like, how could they ever be together now? I swear, this woman is like actually delusional. Delusional. I am not on your side, babe. I'm on his. The way she's annoyed. I don't want to say it as a spoiler. She's annoyed he did something, and it's like, if he truly loved me, he wouldn't have done this. You betrayed him, bitch. You betrayed him. As far as you're aware, he shouldn't even love you anymore. He has no reason to, in my opinion. But anyway, okay, I'm on chapter 9, page 58. I need to get ready to go to work. I'm going to probably read this on the bus on the way to work, on the way back from work, on my breaks, so I'll hopefully read more by the time I next speak to you. Okay, so I'm on chapter 18, 128 pages in, and we have had maybe a couple of reveals since we last spoke this morning. We've got people who are not what they seem, or who are not, I don't know, there's a lot of people we just can't trust. I feel like a lot of people who are not being truthful, or who have hidden agendas, or who are betraying people. There's a lot happening, and we've had some yearning. We've had one scene in particular that it did make me feel kind of bad for her. And I am not on her side in this. I think she's on the right side, don't get me wrong. I just think how she went about everything at the ending of the last book was wrong. And yet, he still yearns. I don't know how I feel about it, but we had a scene and it made me think, okay, maybe she is like really suffering here. Oh no, I don't want this. I don't want this. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. I can't read this. I literally can't read this. Oh, I'm actually gonna throw up. I'm actually gonna throw up. I can't do this. I can't do this. Okay, that could have been so painful, and they went down a different route for that. And I'm kind of glad, because I don't think I could have handled Akka being completely destroyed by that. But also, I want Akka to be completely destroyed by that, you know? Like, he doesn't deserve the pain, but I was not ready for that scene. Chapter 25, for anyone who has read. Okay, we just got some more backstory there. And I don't know what to think. Well, no, I do. It's awful. It's terrible. The more we learn about the king, the more I'm getting annoyed at Akka for not, like, realising how bad he is sooner. Like, the more I just think, you lived with this. How did your sister, I know, like, him and his sister were treated differently, but he saw how his sister was treated. How did he allow that? Like, how did he not go, do you know what? I'm gonna take my sister's side in all of this. Like, clearly, if she's willing to go this far, she's worth listening to. Like, I don't know. I was always going to come for you. Stop. What is happening right now? I was meant to go to bed early. It is currently 10:30. I have 3 minutes left on my memory card, and I don't think I can go to sleep right now. What the fuck is he doing? Okay, at least it's not as bad of a betrayal as I thought it was. But my god. Okay, I was being lazy. I have got a spare memory card. So I've had to quickly change that. The camera angle might be different, but I have to... I literally can't not continue. This is ridiculous, because what do you mean? What's happening right now? I wasn't expecting that twist. I wasn't expecting this person. Okay, I'm just over halfway, 250-ish pages in. I'm gonna nearly just hit myself in the face. I'm gonna go to bed for the night, because one of my eyes feels so dry it doesn't want to be open. And I think I've hit, like, not a lull, but I think we've hit a quiet moment where we're not learning new things and being betrayed once again. So I'm gonna go to bed, and we will continue this after I finish my 12-hour shift tomorrow. Okay, so I'm on chapter 41, about 340 pages in. So I have about 140 pages to go, maybe? Just over, like 140, 150 pages, somewhere in there, left to go. I don't know how to feel about this book, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. We've had a lot of small reveals and a lot of small twists. Just like, I just don't know where we are. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know how things are gonna progress. I don't know how things are gonna go. I genuinely have no idea where this book is going, where we've been, quite frankly. I feel you cannot trust anyone. You cannot trust enemies. You cannot trust friends. You cannot trust family members. You cannot trust the main characters. You just can't trust anyone. And I feel like we have one definitely bad guy, an objectively bad guy, okay? But then everyone else, I feel like to themselves, is the good guy and everyone else is the bad guy. So, like, they're a bit of both. And we have people where I'm thinking, like, they probably think they're doing what's best. Or are just trying, like, everyone's at war. So it's kind of like everyone's just trying to win the war themselves, because obviously it's no point fighting in a war if you're wanting to be the losing team. And I still don't know how I feel about the romance, only because, like, I'm very big on trust. And I think not only because of what happened at the end of the last book, trust is broken, but also they're not regaining it. And because as a reader you can't trust any of the main characters, never mind the main two, how are they meant to trust each other? I told you, you just can't trust anyone. Everyone's got hidden agendas. At this point, I genuinely am so intrigued as to how Rachel's mind actually works and how in her head she's mapped out the plot of this book. Quite frankly, I'm so intrigued how she's done all of this, you know? I knew we couldn't trust him. I knew he was just a stupid, dickless fool. Not the gold ring, the backstory behind his nose ring. Stop. This man has truly yearned since he was a child, and I love him. One thing I will say, for her to have a magical power in which she can wield light, as the title suggests, she's not done so very often at all. She spent the majority of the book hiding from it, or like smothered, and then she kind of trained with it for a little bit. But we're currently in the middle of a war right now, and she's just not using it, and she's not smothered anymore. Why aren't you using it? You might as well. Like, you would, I don't know. Oh, okay. I wasn't gonna cry this whole time, but I might cry now. I'm actually gonna sob. Like, this is not funny. I can't keep reading. Oh my god, that ending! I cannot wait for the next book. I think it's gonna be like a series of duets, kind of like how the Crown of Nyakia series is. And I thought I knew who the next couple was gonna be, but I think it's gonna be from that last chapter. Oh my god, thank god. I was upset, but like there was just something I'm like, I don't know, but just, oh, I loved that ending. That was really good. I don't know what I'm rating this though. I don't know what to rate it. I feel like there was a few too many Uno reverse moments in this book. You just never knew who you could trust. And because of the ending of the first book, the whole time you've basically had your trust as the reader ruined. And so you just don't know going into it what's going to happen, who you can trust, who's actually telling the truth, who are the actual good guys. So it's just been a roller coaster this whole time. But it was so fun to read, so engaging. The writing was a lot better. I did read the first book when it was indie published. I read it on Kindle. I haven't read the trad one, but there was so many spelling mistakes and errors and grammatical errors and just words missing out of sentences. So this was nice and polished. I didn't see anything like that. So the writing, I think, was definitely better. But obviously I don't know how much Metal Slinger improved because I haven't read the traditionally published version of Metal Slinger. I think I'm going to settle on a 4 stars. I think I give the first one about a 4 stars as well. Maybe like a 4, a 4.25. I'll put the rating that I eventually decide on the screen. This has been a really good duology. So good at keeping you guessing, so good at keeping you engaged. Just like the characters are all very unique and fun in their own right, and I love Aka. Oh my god, or Aka. I don't know. I hate his name. Do not get me wrong, but I love the man. Okay, we have one more book to read in this video, which I'm not going to start tonight. I'm going to let myself sit and ruminate on Light Wielder. And then tomorrow we're going to start Rites of the Starling. I'm very excited for it. I did watch, on the bus to work this morning, a recap of Shield of Sparrows, and I thought I'd remembered a decent amount, but I think I remembered like 10%, and that was it. But I'm not the only one who feels that way, because all the comments of the recap video were like, oh my god, I barely remembered any of this book, and I didn't realise. So I watched 2 recap videos just to make sure it's properly ingrained in my brain. Okay, it's the next day, and I have had a very busy day doing nothing. Did watch a BTS concert this morning, because as of the day I'm filming this, it is their 13-year anniversary and they were live streaming. So I did watch a concert, and then I've not done a whole lot, I'll be honest with you. So we are finally going to start Rites of the Starling. Like I said, I think yesterday, I did watch a couple of recap videos, so I kind of know where we're at. As far as I'm aware, I think from memory, Shield of Sparrows was single POV, but it seems this is multiple POV, and we have 3 at least. I've seen 3 names, which is concerning me a little bit, and I'm now just seeing 2. Oh. Okay, well, we had a male point of view at the beginning, and now we have Odessa and someone called Caspia. So I don't think we're with the Guardian anymore, aside from chapter 1. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna get this started and we'll see how we get on. Okay, it's been a couple of days since I updated you and started reading this book. I didn't read anything on Sunday. I read about 100 pages yesterday. So we're now on day 4 of me reading this book. Yeah. I've just not felt like myself the last couple of days, so I haven't wanted to, haven't been able to concentrate or really focus on anything. My fatigue's kind of picked up a little bit, so I haven't felt great. And I think it's been affecting my concentration and my enjoyment of the book. I would be completely honest. But also, I think because we have like a new main character, we've got 2 main characters. We've got Odessa and Caspia. And up until a couple of chapters ago, where we finally had 2 Caspia chapters in a row, it's been Odessa, Caspia, and it's been swapping point of views every single chapter. And I think it's taken me out of the immersion of it a little bit, because we keep flip-flopping back and forth. I'm really enjoying Odessa's chapters, and I'm really enjoying Caspia's chapters. It's not that I'm wanting to be back in the other person's point of view, or that I'm enjoying one person's point of view more. I think it's just I can't get fully immersed in what's happening with Odessa, because something happens and then we switch right over to Caspia, and vice versa. So I think it's the way we've set up the point of view changes is taking me out of it a little bit. messing with my immersion and my like how invested I am a little bit. I think it's just the pacing feels slightly off because of it, but I am really enjoying it nonetheless. But I've also got nothing I can really tell you about the book because it's the second book in a series. Obviously, Light Wielder was also book 2, and Fury Bound was also book 2. But the way Shield of Sparrows is set up and the way that this book is set up, not a lot is happening. You're just kind of following a journey. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a lot is happening, but it's still good, and it's not like it's, I don't know how, yeah, I don't know how to explain. I just feel like the setup for Shield of Sparrows and Rights for Starling is just very different to things like Metal Slinger and Direbound, because they're more tropey and they're more like go, 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 hitting all these points, and I enjoy that, and I obviously really enjoyed those books. It's just this is set up differently as a series in general for how it's written, how it's paced, how the plot is going. And book 1 and book 2, in both cases, we're on a journey. Quite literally, we're traveling the whole books. So yeah, it's hard to talk about because it's not like specific plot points happening. It's just a continuous journey of traveling throughout the continent of Calandra. So I have some things are confusing, some things I'm like, okay, whatever we thought about this particular thing in the first book, clearly there's another side to it, or there's more to it than we realised. It's very interesting. We're learning a lot more, especially because of Caspia's point of view. What the hell? I'm so confused because I've been wanting the Guardian's point of view this whole time. Aside from chapter 1, we don't know what's happening with the Guardian and what he's been doing for this last 20 days. So like how I thought he was getting on a boat. What? Oh. Not that you found me, I found you. Why is this making me cry? I love a man who runs to his person. But not only that, like the way he's running to Evie. I just love this man so much. He yearns. He loves so much. I just can't. Okay, I've just got to part 2, Discovery, and Caspia has just learned about the truth of the Swift. It's so interesting seeing how things were in her continent and on her country compared to Calandra, and like her learning things, like I don't know, it's so interesting. But I'm glad she's finally learned what happens when the Crooks come to Calandra, because I'm hoping it means she can understand what's happened in the past and maybe like forgive it, I guess. But okay, one thing I just cannot understand is how are they both in this castle and they haven't come across each other yet? Like genuinely. It makes no sense to me. Okay, I got used to the chapter switching, but now it is pissing me off again because every time something happens with Odessa, we switch to Caspia, and every time something happens with Caspia, we switch to Odessa. Just stop it already. It's actually starting to piss me off. Odessa is literally about to find out about her actual heritage, and you switch us to Caspia. Nothing that's happening with her right now can be that important, surely. Wait, I'm so confused by this. What do you mean it's been 24 summers? And like, what? I'm so confused by the beginning of chapter 59. I'm not gonna lie. When did this happen? How much time has suddenly passed? What the fuck? What? 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 This isn't Caspia's point of view. I'm so confused. I've just figured it out. Oh my god. I can't even tell you because this is not a spoiler reading vlog, but that was so fucking smart. That was so smart. It makes so much sense now. This makes so much more sense. I did not think that is what they were doing though. I did not think that is what Daphne Perry was doing with this. Like, actually, what the fuck? I need to reread. Now that I know what's happening, I need to reread the beginning of chapter 59. Wait, but that... Sorry. But I hate this person. But I love this person. So, to find out that they are one and the same, that's such a mindfuck. I literally can't read, I can't see. Okay, this is really annoying. I don't know when my camera stopped filming, but my memory card got full, so I've changed it. I finished. My only reaction to the end was basically, why, Delilah? Like, seriously. She did it again where there were certain bits that she was giving you where it's like, oh, she hasn't told you these reveals, but you can pick them out and you can figure it out for yourself. And it seems as if it's like, oh, you're guessing these twists and that they're really easy. And then the actual twist just comes out of nowhere and just gets you. And then that last paragraph on the last page, the last little bit in italics was cruel. Frankly, cruel. For a little while there, this book was going to be at 3.5 stars. And I was like, I can't even remember what my problems with the book were now because I'm just devastated. For so many reasons, I'm devastated. I'm actually going to start crying again. What does this mean for this third book is going to be so painful? I wonder if it's been... I don't think we have a release date yet, but I'm going to have a little look. Okay, this says on Goodreads, it says 9th of March 2027, but that could be wrong because I think just to be able to put a book on Goodreads, they have to put a date. So that might not actually be the date, but that's so long to wait. That's literally like 9 months away. This does not give me the 5-star feeling, which is disappointing that none of the books in this vlog, none of the 4 of them, all 4 have been very heavily anticipated releases. None of them have been 5 stars. I think have all of them been exactly 4 stars. Because I also think this one might be a 4. I can't remember what my gripe was with this book. I think, to be fair, I think I would have rated it higher if I hadn't this week had a bit of a fatigue dip, and my concentration not be completely gone, and if I could have just read this a bit quicker, because it has taken me like 5 days to read this book. This vlog has taken me 3 weeks, okay? So I think that's a part of it's a part of my enjoyment, and like how I felt has kind of like lessened my enjoyment slightly. I felt personally the pacing was not ideal. I understand why the story was told as it was, and the fact that it threw me off so much and that I couldn't guess where she was going with that, I really enjoyed. So now I'm not angry about it because it makes so much sense now, which has brought the rating back up. And the fact that I knew she was going to do this because she did it so well in the first book, but I knew she was going to leave crumbs of things that I was guessing, which I got right, and then throw a complete curveball at the end that I wouldn't guess. So I knew that was going to happen, and I'm glad that it did. I'm so excited for the last book in this series. Like, it's just going to be so good, but I'm also just like devastated at the same time. So I'm going to sleep on it. I will put my rating here for what I officially rate the book. It's at least a 4 stars. I liked it more than Metal Slinger. So, like, Light Wielder. Light Wielder I read a lot quicker. It was a slightly shorter book, for one. But in terms of quality, I just feel like this book was better. And I like the characters in this a lot more. So I do like it more. So maybe it's a 4.5. Maybe it's a 4.5. Because if I give Light Wielder a 4 and I like this more, it's a 4.5, but it's not a 5 stars because it hasn't got the 5-star feeling. Yeah, we're going with a 4.5 for this book. And I can't believe this vlog is finally over. God knows how long it is. I'm actually kind of scared to edit it now. That's gonna take so long. Oh well. Yeah, anyway, on that note, I'm gonna end this video here and I'm gonna go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And let me know in a non-spoilery way what you thought of any of the books I read in this video, if you have read them also. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. And I will see you in the next book. In the next book? No, I'm tired. I will see you in the next video. Bye.